would you define heavy metal?
Define it? Well, it's just, you know, I don't know.
That's such an open-ended question.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Go on, another question.
I don't know, actually.
It's always been an extraordinarily difficult thing to try and talk about because you have to hear it, you have to experience it.
We are the lost generation, people who don't necessarily fit in.
It's a lot of white boy angst.
Metal is all about stirring up the pot.
It was just about want to fight you.
It's like having a 5 foot.
Yeah!
You feel the sound. It hits you right here.
It's that anarchy. It's that stuff that makes your parents wet themselves when they're thinking about what their kids may or may not be.
El hecho de que el heavy metal haya nacido a finales de los 60 sorprende mucho. En ese tiempo la música pop hablaba de paz y amor, pero aquellos que se interesaron en ver más allá de la superficie descubrieron que no todas las ciudades eran como San Francisco. Otros lugares tenían una historia más oscura que contar.
In the Second World War in Birmingham, that's where all the ammunition was made, that's why it got so heavily bombed. So there's a lot of, you know, bricks all over the place and bombed out buildings, all that kind of stuff.
If you look at the times, it was all love and peace and bells and, you know, free love, and that wasn't the case for industrial, stenchy town of Birmingham.
It's very rough, really, very industrial sort of town.
There's heavy industry of all descriptions in and around Birmingham.
That's why it's called the Black Country. Coal mines and the smoke. As kids growing up, that was embedded in your mentality.
Algunos dicen que el heavy metal se percibe desde el sonido distorsionado de las guitarras de Kings o Jimi Hendrix, o la épica inagada vida de Iron Butterfly. Pero el verdadero metal nació en el infierno industrial de Birmingham en un día común de 1968, que se trastornó asquerosamente.
Describe a perfect metal rhythm.
The rhythm of metal is a riff. That's why I love metal. The riffs get you crazy. That's metal for me. Metal appeals to your balls.
This one's called Hellbent for Leather.
It just sounded more evil.
Heavy metal thunder, baby.
A lot of the stuff that came out of England was metal's answer to punk.
The new wave of British heavy metal absolutely blew me into next week. Oh, there's Eddie. He was overseas. It was the English hard rock.
Do you want to play your music loud or do you want to play it loud?
All that stuff just jumps out and just goes bang right in your nuts.
He wanted something that looked extreme. He wanted it to be like a perfect manifestation of what the music was. I mean, we'd wear like black leather jackets and stuff like he wore. We didn't think we were doing anything remotely gay at all. But that's where it came from, and how many bands looked like that after that?
And within a short time, I think a lot of other metal bands were going, yeah, look, that's the way we should look too. And so it became a kind of a uniform, a recognition. If you looked at a band's photo, you knew they were metal because of all this, you know, and the chains and the studs, and that's a metal band.